So we start the recording and we start this one here in the screen and this window. Принять, вот оно. Мгм. Okay, everyone is here. And we continue with the current slide. Okay. And here, so we were speaking about the difficulties of understanding the numbers. We listen to the numbers. And that is why it's very important if you describe some numbers, some data using numbers in a presentation, you should put the numbers on the slides. Если вы что-то сообщаете, какую-то информацию с использованием большого количества вот цифр, то лучше это все поместить на слайды, эти цифры, чтобы не было никаких разночтений. So it's better to people who are listening to see the numbers which you pronounce. Okay. So do you see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
now let us practice just pronouncing these numbers. So we should answer the following questions, then listen and check your answers. So the first question, how do we say these values? So who would like to read it in the first question? Aidana, will you?
Okay, I'll try.
Mhm.
Блин, дробь как читалось? 3
3/4.
3/4. 3 divided.
No. Просто четвертый.
Дробь это frame, да? Или нет?
Sorry? What do you say?
Дробь is frame.
No. So 3/4.
3
Четвертый как будет?
4
Fourths. Yeah? 3/4.
3 fourths,
Uh-huh.
5 eighths, 4 ninths, 10 to the power of 7, and 9 10 to the или in the to the, по-моему, да?
Нет, просто 10 power of 7, да? Или как?
To the power можно или
To the power,
of.
да?
Mhm.
And 10 to the power of -9.
Good. Mhm.
Okay.
So how do we say these symbols? Ardak, what do you say? Ardak, will you try?
Yes, A is a percent.
Mhm.
B it's the
Знак умножения.
times
Times or multiplied.
multiply
Yes. И знак минус.
minus.
Good, okay. And what is the difference between these two numbers? How do we say them? Duman.
I think one is about one and it's about just number one with some kind of just такая часть, маленькая сумма.
Маленькая сумма. This is decimal. Десятичная дробь.
Да.
Decimal.
And
Mhm.
second
How do you
one,
say?
in second case, we have the number 1000.
Okay.
1000. It's like here we use the comma.
Yes.
Comma
In English.
to here we use the comma like
After 1000.
like a sign that отличительная такая черта, чтобы увидеть вот это, где находится грань.
Yes, just to mark the thousands and hundreds. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first number, how do you say the first number?
1.356.
And the second?
1356.
Yes, let us check now. Good. Слушаем.
6.6. 1. A. 3. 3/4,
B,
5/8,
C,
4/9,
D,
10 to the power of 7,
E,
10 to the power of -9,
Mhm. You see, to the power of, yes? And surprise, surprise, this is 3/4. You see?
Yes, not fourth or quarter, да? Yeah.
Quarters.
Вот,
What I
четвертинка.
think, да, 3/4. Which I think fourths is okay. Okay, 3/4. Okay, and the second.
2, A,
percent,
B,
times,
Mhm,
C,
minus,
mhm. Ardak, you were right. This is times. 5 times 10 to the power of 9, for example. Okay,
Mm.
and the last one.
3,
1.356, 1,356.
Yes, this is good. Okay, I think it's a good practice just to focus on what we remember about numbers.
6 point,
And actually, when we speak about numbers and how we describe the data in experiments, we use the so-called International System of Units. This is the most common measurement system around the world, and particularly in the fields of science, commerce, and trade. It is a modern form of the metric system, and as such is devised around the number 10. The system consists of 7 base units and set of prefixes. There are a number of other common SI-derived units. And now, so this is the symbol of this system. It's given the name in French, Le Système International I don't know, okay, and the International System of Units. And so it's interesting that it consists of some basic just units, base, and there are a lot of prefixes. And here are the base units in the SI system.
Папа, не говорите, что нам придется все это делать. Это же вообще легко.
Это очень легко, поэтому сейчас быстренько это сделаем, да? So we should match the units in column
Да,
A.
и давайте с домами начнем.
Да.
Давайте я быстро пройду тогда.
Сейчас
Быстро.
да, давайте я дочитаю хотя бы задание. And
Yeah.
the quantity in measures in column C. For example, we have meter. This is abbreviation M, and the quantity is length. Длина чего-то. So, Duman, please go through all the data here.
Kilogram, kg, and mass. Second,
Read it.
S. Second, S, and it's a time.
Kilogram, sorry. I mean,
mass.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
Kg and mass.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Second at the S and time.
Okay.
Ampere, A, letter A.
Yes.
And it's a electric current.
Mm-hmm.
Kelvin, it's a K, and it's a temperature. Candela, I don't know what is candela. Like maybe no, just left. Wait. Mole, it's a mole, and it's about.
Candela is a CZ mole.
What is mole? What about?
Amount of substance. Amount of substance.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Hertz, it's a get, HZ, and it's a frequency.
Uh-huh.
Joule, it's a G, and it's a joule energy.
Energy, okay.
Ohm, it's omega, how you can see
Uh-huh.
here, omega
Uh-huh.
in 8.
Okay.
Resistance,
Uh-huh.
ohm. Oh my God, degree of Celsius. It's C, and that's thermodynamic temperature.
Okay.
And the
what
last one is the
candle?
and the candela is CD,
CD.
luminous intensity, luminous intensity.
Do you see abbreviation CD?
Yes, yes.
Maybe it's a candela.
Yeah,
That's easy.
luminous. Yes, it's easy. So there is nothing just we can't do. Here are the correct answers. Yes, candela. This is luminous intensity. This is about light. Yes,
Mhm.
is it? Okay, perfect. Yes, you've just finished the baccalaureate course, the full course of in physics, the university course in physics. That is why it's easy. Just to remind you how we pronounce this kind of data, this kind of units, and just you see that the base unit, for example, for length is meter, not centimeter, not kilometer. This is meter, not mile. This is meter. So it's interesting. But for example, for what is it? Mass? Yes. For mass, it's kilogram. It's not gram. So it has the prefix kilogram. This is the base unit, not gram, not center, not ton, but kilogram is the base unit. Okay. And the question, what units of measurement do you commonly use in your everyday life?
Kilograms.
Yes, when we go shopping, kilograms.
Meter. Always. Not on meter, the kilometer on often used in everyday life.
Yes, when you
Yes.
go somewhere, drive, for example. Okay. Do you use Celsius? Yes.
When we are
Yeah.
measuring the temperature, yes.
For example, in America, I don't know what are there are other units of measurement. What are they?
Of weather, Fahrenheit.
And other measurements. Do you remember?
Oh, это gallons.
Kelvin?
Mhm.
Gallons. If I say right, то есть они не говорят 1 литр молока, они говорят 1 gallon of milk, что-то такое.
Yes, and they also use pounds. Yes.
Yes, they use pounds instead of kilograms.
Yeah, it's very hard to understand. Okay.
It is.
And the second question is, which SI prefixes do you know? You speak about mass, temperature. What are the prefixes? Okay, you know them, and here they are. So the prefixes are centi, giga, kilo, mega, micro, milli, nano, pico, tera. Do you see? Duman, do you say it's easy?
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay, Duman. So you should complete the right-hand column using the prefixes.
Okay, first one is a kilo, second one is a mega, third one is a giga, fourth is a tera, 5 it's a centi, 6 it's a milo, 7 micro, 8 nano, and the last one pico.
Perfect. Okay. So, and you even remember the meaning of this. So nano. I remember just talking, communicating with the Aidana. I know that nano is 10 to the power of -9 because who just told me about nano satellites, but it's very interesting that you can easily say the other just prefixes. Okay, good. And let us listen again to the scientists. On the first slide, we were just choosing the options between 3 options, and the question is, what unit of measurement does each of the scientists use? And we should write the abbreviation. So this is, you have the notes about the numbers, yes, on the first slide. And now let us listen and write the unit of measurement. В каких единицах это все было? Do you see?
Yes.
Are you ready? Okay. Let us listen.
6.4. 1,
As this was a dosage of 0.166 milligrams of fluoride per kilogram body weight, the equivalent amount needed to achieve a similar peak in a 20 kilogram child would be 3.33 milligrams of fluoride.
What is it?
Milligram.
Milligram
Fluor
per kilogram. Миллиграммов на килограмм веса, да? Okay.
2,
The sensitivity of the assay was 0.2 picomoles.
6.4.
picomoles.
Picomoles. This is
What moles, да?
Пикомоле.
Да, пикомоле. Химические. Okay.
1,
As this was a dosage of 0.166 milligrams of fluoride per kilogram body weight, the equivalent amount needed to achieve a similar peak in a 20 kilogram child would be 3.33 milligrams of fluoride.
2,
The sensitivity of the assay was 0.2 picomoles.
3. The output impedance is about 0.02 ohms at the 5-volt end and 0.1 ohm at the 15-volt end of the range. 4.
6 amp 3-core mains flex is used for the mains input, which connects straight to the PCB.
5.
Inserting a few atoms of potassium makes the compound a superconductor which, below a critical temperature of about 19 kelvins, conducts electricity with no resistance.
6.
This shows that where 2 moles of hydrogen gas combine with 1 mole of oxygen gas to form 2 moles of liquid water at a pressure of 1 atmosphere and a temperature of 298 kelvins, the enthalpy change is minus 571.6 kilojoules.
7.
Isolated young mice squeak repeatedly at frequencies of 45 kilohertz to 88 kilohertz until their mother comes and returns them to the nest.
8.
In a similar form of these experiments, conventional 50 nanosecond laser pulses were used.
Okay. So, Ardak, can you comment on these numbers?
Yes, the first is the 0.166 milligrams.
Per kilogram, yes?
No, milligram.
Milligrams per kilogram of weight. Миллиграммов на килограмм веса.
I heard only milligram. Milligrams per kilogram, yes.
Okay, the second one.
So the second is 0.2 picomoles. 3 is 0.02 ohm.
Okay, yes.
The fourth is 6 amps. The fifth is 19 kelvins.
Good.
So the 6 is minus 571.6 kilojoules.
Great.
The seventh is 45 kilohertz. Eighth is 50 nanoseconds.
Great. Perfect. You hear everything. Good. And so this is a good practice. And the task connected with describing data will be to find data for some research that you are familiar with and discuss the key findings in the data. So you remember that while doing the literature review, the task was to find some articles, scientific articles related to your topic, to your thesis, and to read them, and maybe in the articles that you have already found, there is some number information, the information given in numbers. And please find some extract or just the information in this article and present this information like in words. And so now you see that we are going to have online classes up to the end of the semester. Don't know, maybe you can do like this. Can you record a video? Видео можете записать?
О чем?
Ой,
Какое видео? You find an article or the article you have already found while doing the literature review for your thesis paper, and you find the extract in the article which describes something in using numbers, где что-то описывается с помощью цифр. And you should read this extract, just pronouncing all the numbers and all the formulas. Do you see?
Mhm.
And you should make the video. How do you make the video? Do you have your YouTube channel? Есть у вас YouTube?
no,
Нету?
YouTube канала нету.
Ну, а Google почту у вас нет?
Да, и аккаунта есть, но такого канала с
So,
аудиторией нет.
I'm sorry, so should we have to only read out loud this article about the measurements?
whole
Like, which,
article.
not about measure, but which is include the measurements
Numbers.
that we have to,
Yes.
yes, numbers.
Yes.
But
Uh-huh.
what if we will send just an audio for you to your WhatsApp? I mean, it will be a lot easier, and it wouldn't get, for example, if we will, I mean, for me, it's okay to send the video, but it will it will have a big size. For example, for your computer, and it will take a long time to send you.
Look, that is why I'm speaking not about the video itself. You are not going to send me the video itself. You are going to send me the link, and not just to me, but you are going to send the link to the Moodle site. I mean, I'll create the task on the Moodle site, dl.kazno.kz, and you'll just send the link to this site, to this task. In order to do this, you need to make the video and record the video and upload the video to your YouTube channel. And your YouTube channel, you can
We don't have a YouTube channel.
Look, I'm going to tell you how to do this. If you have your Google account, your Gmail account, gmail.com. Do you have gmail.com?
Учитель,
Yes.
учитель, можно?
Да, говорите.
Смотрите,
Дума.
нам не надо, нам не обязательно добавлять, открывать YouTube канал. Мы можем же на Google Диск просто сохранить свои видеофайлы и дать вам доступ просто.
Нет, я просто хочу, чтобы вы вышли в люди, на большую аудиторию.
А какой там
Ой.
смысл?
Так,
Мы же
ну,
просто будем читать цифры, какой там смысл?
ну, я не знаю, некоторым просто нравится. В Японии, например, смотрят, как девушки едят.
Что за фетиш такой?
Разве вы не слышали? Не в Японии, в
Вы
Корее.
слышали?
В Корее.
Я не слышал про фетиш слушать цифры.
Ну вот вы создайте такой тренд. Я говорю о том, что в Google аккаунте у вас есть, если вы откроете почту, в правом верхнем углу там 9 точек есть. И когда вы нажмете, там выйдет ваш YouTube, вот этот вот красненький квадратик.
Можно спросить, то есть он будет всем доступен, это видео?
Вот смотрите, вы сначала меня послушайте. вы нажимаете туда и загружаете свое видео. Там есть такая, ну, разберетесь, там есть своя лаборатория, загружаете свое видео, и когда оно будет загружаться, там есть несколько шагов. Нужно отметить, что это видео не для детей, что это видео не содержит какую-то запрещенную информацию. И там последний шаг автоматически видео по ссылке дается. А вы можете сделать открытый доступ. Открытый доступ это
Вот,
всегда...
например, я открыто не хочу делать, потому что это
Вот.
personal. И
Да, вот открытого
зачем кому-то?
доступа, если вы захотите, вы сможете там поставить галочку на открытый доступ. Но он по умолчанию идет обычно доступ по ссылке. И вот когда вы нажимаете доступ по ссылке, то это видео увидит только тот человек, который эту ссылку получит. Эту
Да.
ссылку вы копируете, то есть вы нажимаете «Опубликовать». И это у вас останется на вашем канале только для вас и для меня, если, когда вы пришлете мне ссылку. Вы эту
Можно
ссылку
добавить?
в Moodle в задание вставляете, и я открываю ссылку и смотрю. Я на свой компьютер не загружаю. Вы можете со своего компьютера удалить, это останется у вас на YouTube-канале, то есть опять же у вас память не будет забирать компьютера или телефона. И вот таким образом оптимальное решение. Да, Думан, слушаю.
У меня YouTube канал, она уже коммерческая, так скажем. У меня музыкальный есть канал, Gmail связан. Что мне делать?
Ну, давайте на музыкальном канале мы с вами и
Нет,
встретимся.
нет, вы что?
Нет,
тоже
я
там
имею в
есть
виду, вы доступ по ссылке мне. Вы же знаете, если у вас есть канал, значит, вы знаете, как это загружается. Доступ по ссылке сделайте, и я ваш канал музыкальный я не увижу, я увижу только вашу ссылку.
Ладно, что делать видео?
Что?
Окей, посмотрим.
Ага. Ну, в общем, вы эту информацию переварите, да, и я думаю, что у вас получится. Если что-то, будут какие-то вопросы, в том
То
же
есть выходит
YouTube,
просто читать цифры, то есть предложения, где есть цифры и какие-то данные.
да, часть вашего
Данные.
исследования, где есть какое-то
Лол.
описание каких-то данных. Да, и еще покажите сначала, вначале покажите мне эту страничку, да, вот на вашем видео. Ну, я не знаю, как это сделать. Фотографию сделайте, скриншот, покажите сначала, а потом, глядя, чтобы я лицо ваше видела, начитайте, чтобы я послушала. Окей? В общем, I think this is a good experience. This is a challenge. If we try something new, this is always good. Okay. So this is about this very task, and yes, we have time. And let us move on. And we are going to listen to the one more story of a master degree student. Now this is Kimiko, Japanese student. And so we are going to speak how to write up, how this student has written up from his lab notes. Какие-то заметки, которые делал студент по лабораторным экспериментам. So Kimiko has been investigating methods of encapsulating molecules in functionalized carbon nanotubes. Aidana was, during our last class, Aidana was just describing the process. You remember this kind of diagram, how it works, I mean, the nanotubes. And we are going to look at the extract from her Kimiko's lab notebook on the next slide, and then match the definitions to the words or phrases in bold in the notebook. So here is the diagram and the notes. So Kimiko has made some notes. And you can see that there are some words which are highlighted, for example, thickness, images, consistent, suspend, and so on. And to the right, we can see the definition. For example, number one is a picture. Which word has the same meaning in the notes? the word which is given A, B, C, D in under the picture in bold. Which word has the same meaning?
Image.
Image, yes, a picture is image. Okay, so Ardak, what about number 2?
A small piece of glass. You put something on to look at it under the microscope. Just a minute.
Mhm.
Small piece of glass. Yeah?
Yes. What is it?
Consistent.
Oh, small piece of glass.
No, not consistent. Teacher, what means beads?
Beads.
Drop.
This is beads. Бусины.
Yes.
Бусины, такие шарики. Yes.
Бусины, да?
Yeah, beads. Okay. So, Aidana, number 3.
A small round piece of plastic, wood, glass, etc. Drop of solution.
No, it's not beads. Beads, this is number 2.
It's 3, it's a beads, yeah?
Yes, 3 is beads. But number 2, small piece of glass, you put something. This is предметное стекло. Yes?
Thickness.
Small piece
No.
of glass. To look in under the microscope.
Small piece of glass, you put something on
Thickness.
to look at it.
No. This is slide.
Slide, yes.
This is slide. Это предметное стекло, которое вы под микроскоп кладете, да? This is what. Okay. Then yes, this is a piece of plastic. Number 3 is beads. Duman, what about number 4?
Small round shaped amount liquid drop.
Drop. Yes, this is drop. Капля. Well, Ardak, number 5.
Always the same. Just a minute.
Постоянный, да? Всегда один и тот же.
Capillary action.
No. This
No.
is.
Suspend.
It is
Consistent.
consistent. Постоянный, consistent. Should be consistent. Неизменный. Okay.
Консистенция, как, да?
Постоянный в данном случае, consistent, неизменный. Aidana, number 6.
The distance between the opposite sides of something. The drop.
Distance between the opposite sides.
The distance. For example, if we have the book, yes, and there is
Thickness.
yes, one side, the upper side, and the lower side, and between the distance between this is thickness, yes, толщина чего-то. Okay, so the next is Artak.
To make something hang or float in something. Slide. No.
No, slide, это стекло.
Suspend, yes.
Yes, what is it?
Capillary action.
No. This is suspend. Because we have solution, раствор, да, какой-то жидкость. Suspend tubes in solution. Вот эти вот распустить их в какой-то жидкости. Заставить их плавать в чем-то. Suspend. Распустить их в жидкости. So, Duman, number 8. What is it?
An upward movement of liquid.
Движение жидкости вверх.
Capillary action.
Capillary action, yes. This is the physical phenomena of capillary action. Капиллярное какое-то движение. So you can see the glass pipette, пипетка стеклянная, and there is a drop of water, of liquid, drop of liquid here. То есть капелька жидкости, and there are beads here in this solution, вот эти вот включения в растворе, and then they move inside the carbon tube. Они идут вот вовнутрь этой трубочки because of the capillary action. Do you see? Под действием вот этого капиллярного вот этой силы какой-то. That is why these pieces of substance are put inside this tube. Okay. Well, actually, we are going now to look at the extract here from the final draft of chemicals, materials, and method section, based on the lab notes, her lab notes for the experiment. And we should complete the extract using the words in the boxes. So actual, aid. What is aid, by the way? Aid.
Помощь, да?
Помощь, yes. And approximately, приблизительно.
Примерно, да.
And average.
Общий, да? Как,
Средний,
в
да.
общем,
Средний, да,
средний.
среднее значение. Due, благодаря чему-то, estimated, по оценке estimate, evaporated. What is evaporated?
Evaporation, это
Yes, what is evaporation?
как же?
Это испарение.
Yes, выпаривание, да, жидкости. Length, you know, длина, place, помещать, range, классифицировать по рангу, suspended. This is like suspend, as we have already learned, suspend, this is like распускать в какой-то жидкости. And preposition too, okay? Well, Duman, will you start reading?
The experiment investigates filling carbon nanotubes with a suspension containing fluorescent beads. The tubes
You know the data, 2050 nanometer.
From 20 to 50.
I mean, number one, which word is missing here?
The tubes.
В пределах, по классификации, да? The tubes.
Ranged in.
Yes, ranged in, по длине.
Range? No,
Yes,
no.
Ranged.
In.
Number two, классифицируется по длине. Ranged in, где длина у нас?
length
Yes, from
20 to 50 millimeters.
Okay.
And had an approximately diameter of.
Средний диаметр, давайте возьмем. Average diameter of приблизительно.
Approximately 15 nanometers and the wall thickness of 15 nanometers.
Then?
The tube diameter were placed.
So from electronic microscope images. Диаметр трубы рассматривается или определяется с помощью, оценивается с помощью estimated.
Estimated from the electron microscope image and ranged between 13 and 17 nanometers.
Okay.
The